Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. Guys, in this video we are going to discuss Google Cloud Networking. So guys, what I've done, I've already logged in into my account, and this is the sandbox container, right? And also the sandbox environment. So guys, I'm going to use this repo. So I've already cloned it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to attach to one of my container. So let's say I'm going to attach to this Python Slim container, right? And let's open this, and terminal I'm going to use for this one is going to be ZSH, right? So guys, if you see this repo, I've already cloned it and it is available here, and we need to do some modification, and we are going to deploy our infrastructure through Terraform, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply update the terraform.html, right? So if you see, if I navigate to this section, my playground is this one, right? I need to update the playground ID, right? Which is the actually project ID, right? So simply I'm going to update my project ID here, right? So let me update, save it, and I'm going to create one bucket. Let's call this bucket this one. You can use the CLI as well. I've added command regarding the CLI, but we are going to simply use the web UI to create the bucket. So let's create a bucket here. I'm going to navigate to cloud storage. So simply type storage here. You will see pop up regarding the cloud storage, and simply what you need to do, create a bucket. And I do highly recommend to create a multi-region bucket with versioning enabling, right? So let me paste this guy, and I'm going to simply create this bucket, right? So confirm. It is not going to be publicly accessible, right? So by default we get encryption at rest. And now what we are going to do, this part is done. Let's simply close it, and then we are going to navigate to section where we are looking to set up some of the networking stuff. So if I navigate to the VPC network, and what we are going to do, we are going to navigate to VS Code, and we have updated this part. So simply if I cd into GCP Terraform modules, and here I have Terra Grunt, and I need to navigate to this dev and VPC, right? So if I do ls here, you see in dev, we have this section. Let me show you this part. From the UI we have cloud VPC, and we have in VPC section we have this terraform.html, right? So simply what we are going to do, we are going to deploy a global network here. So this is the name of the first network. So what I'm going to do, simply I'm going to say terraform init. So it is going to look for the backend file, right? So it is going to initialize, and it is going to put the files in our backend, right? So guys, our initialization part is successfully done. So you see what it does, it is going to download the stuff like VPC modules and all the stuff locally. Now we are going to simply do terraform apply -auto -approve. So we need to deploy one VPC here, and it is going to be shortly available. So guys, our network is deployed, right? And this is the global network. So let's check from the section. This is the network with subnets, right? 9 subnets, and all that we have deployed: cloud routers, NAT gateways. So guys, what we are going to do, we are going to deploy some of the VMs in this particular network, right? So if I do navigate to VM section, so currently we don't have any VMs. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do simply cd to previous section, and I'm going to do navigate to VMs. Here we have section called network. So as we discussed, we have two networks, global network and cloud VPC. What I'm going to do, simply I'm going to deploy two VMs in two separate regions. So we have region US East 1 and US South 1. What I'm going to do, cd into US East 1, right? So let's do that. And if I do ls, I'm going to run terra grunt init and terra grunt apply dash auto dash approve. So what it does, it is going to deploy one VM in this US East 1 region. Let's see. Navigate to this section, right? VM, and wait for a while. So guys, as you see, our VM is provisioning in our relevant regions. So if I navigate back to this section, try to refresh it, you will see shortly that one VM is going to be available, right? And it does not have any public IP attached to it, and we are going to take a shell into it. So let's try to deploy one more VM, and we are going to deploy that particular VM in different region. So let it finish, right? So what I'm going to do, simply do navigate to this previous section, and I'm going to move to US South 1, right? So simply I'm going to use previous command. It is going to initialize and it is going to deploy our one VM in this region. So the thing I would like to share here, without any peering, if we have like VPC, and because this is the global VPC, subnets are regional, our VMs are able to talk to each other without any VPC peering, right? So we are talking about in a single VPC, but if you compare it with AWS, right? If our, I mean, like our VMs in different region, definitely we need to create two VPCs and we need to peer them in order to talk to each other. But this network is, I mean, quite a bit much more highly available and easy to set up the high availability in different or multi region. So we are going to demo this one. So let it complete and we will see our new VM is going to be deployed shortly, right? So guys, this new VM is also deployed. Try to just simply refresh it and you will see this, I mean, region is going to be different, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to test connectivity, and we are going to also check the internet connectivity. You see, both have no external IPs. So why we are checking the internet connectivity? Because we have deployed cloud routers in multiple regions. I mean, cloud router, along with that we have deployed cloud NAT gateways as well. So what it does, it is going to I mean, do the netting or masquerading for our machines, right? So we are going to simply do authorize, and I've allowed, I mean, one created a firewall tag to allow traffic from all interfaces, public or private. So what you need to do, I mean, simply add one rule I mean, regarding the 00. So let's first of all see, do we able to, I mean, okay, try to retry. Because of the internet connectivity, I'm facing this error because we are in the inside the container, and sometimes it does lag. So let it connect again. Wait for a while. It is establishing a connection. So guys, you see this machine has no external IP. It is still able to ping google.com, right? And now we are going to test the connectivity. Like we are going to ping our machine. I mean, we are going to ping this machine, and we are going to, I mean, copy this IP, and simply I'm going to ping this guy internally. So it should be able to, I mean, access. So I'm again facing this issue. Let me fix it. So guys, what I've done, I have put this guy into new workspace, right? So this is our workspace is here. So in this workspace, we are going to try to ping our machine, right? So let's see the IP address of that particular machine. I'm going to again copy that particular guy, and I'm going to simply do the pasting here. Let's see, it should be able to ping this guy as well. You see, we are able to ping this guy, but the coolest thing, you know, see from here, we are actually pinging from here US East 1B to US South 1B, right, without any VPC peering. So guys, not now what we are going to do, we are going to do one more thing. We are going to create a peering. I mean, first of all, we need to set up a new network. Like currently we have this global network. I'm going to quickly deploy one new network, and we are going to deploy two machines in onto that network, and we should be able to see that connectivity. But let's say first of all, create two particular machines, right? And I mean, what we need to do, we need to create first network. So if I do navigate back to section like network, right, and I'm going to create one more network here, right? Definitely we need to create one more network, and I'm going to simply then deploy those particular machine onto that network. So I will be back shortly. So guys, as you see, our network is deployed. So what we are going to do, simply try to refresh it here, and you will see one VPC is also going to be available with 9 subnets, and it also has a different cloud router and cloud net gateways. Now what we are going to do, we are going to deploy VMs in those particular networks. So simply I'm going to navigate back to VM section as I discussed. If you see I mean, in VMs I do have two networks. Now I'm going to navigate to this cloud VPC network, and if I navigate to this region, we have two regions here. I'm going to deploy two VMs onto this network, right, and both are going to be definitely in different regions. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply run this particular command. It is going to deploy VM in US East 1 again, but definitely the network is going to be different. So let it deploy, and we are going to shortly see that our third VM is going to be available, right? So guys, if you see our VM has been deployed, simply I'm going to do refresh here, and you will see shortly that VM is going to be available. You see third VM is deployed, and it is actually deployed in US East 1, but definitely network is different. So what I've done, guys, I've added different same network name. Like this VM is deployed in Cloud Geeks global VPC network, previous was in global network. So you clearly see the difference as well. And definitely we can do a refresh here and see the network subnets. All these network subnets are actually has different region, like US Central 1, US East 1, US South 1. You can clearly see that as both public private subnets and DB subnets, right? So now what we are going to do, let's go back. We are going to do last step, and that is going to be simply deploying of our last fourth VM in Cloud Geeks network, right? And it is going to be in US South 1 region. So guys, if you see our fourth VM has been deployed, so let's try to refresh it, and you will see that fourth VM is going to be available. So guys, what we are going to do, we have already taken a session, right, and we have taken a session in one of the VM which we have deployed in our previous network, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to simply check the ping on Google, and also we are going to try to ping like Google is already working, so let's try to ping the other stuff, right? So let's do that. So guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply copy the IP address, and I will try to ping at the network. Let's say this is the network, and I'm going to simply copy the IP address here. Simply copy this guy, and I'm going to paste it. Let's try to paste this, and you see ping is stuck. Why it is stuck? We are actually pinging the other network, but there is no peering. So I've already shown you, if you're in the same network, even with like in a different region, by default it is a flat architecture of network. Peering is available. There is a connectivity, right? Now what we need to do, we need to do a peering. So let's do that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to navigate to this section and open another tab, or let's say if I navigate to this section and I would like to open peering, right? So let me scroll a bit. I'm going to open in another tab, right? So currently you will see there is no peering. Let's try to set up a peering. So if I do navigate to my previous directories, right, and let's go back one more step, right, and you will see that peering section. Let's try to do same stuff, do Terraform init and Terraform apply dash auto dash approve, right? So let's do that. So guys, if you see peering has been completed, and let's try to simply do a refresh here. You will see that the connectivity between two networks should be available. You see both are active. So we have this network cloud global VPC and global network are now active, right? So let's back to this guy and simply press Ctrl C here, right? So let me do retry, reconnect it again. Let me do that. So guys, again I'm connected. Let's try to navigate to this VM instance and let's try to connect with the other networks. So I'm going to try to connect with this Cloud Geeks global network, right? So simply I'm going to paste the IP address of this guy and let's see what's happened this time. Guys, because of the peering is now done, we are able to ping the other guy. Similarly, I'm going to show you all the IP addresses of other network and our network that we should be able to ping, right? So we have pinged that guy. Now we are going to ping this guy as well, right? And because we have done the peering, so that is why this magic happens, and we see our peering is active. So we have connectivity within our VPC, right? And we should be able to ping the other guy, or we should we have connectivity with other machines in the different network. So I'm going to ping last guy, and I'm going to show you also the net in the other VPC. So I'm going to press Ctrl C here, get rid of this guy, and I'm going to connect with this new VM in other network. And just I want to show you that because of the net, because you see currently we don't have any external IPs attached to our machines, because of the security we don't want that. So simply what I'm going to do, I'm going to also do a ping from this machine to other guys, and also I'm going to show you a ping to google.com, right? So guys, what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly do ping google.com, right? And also I'm going to show you connectivity with other machines, right? So let's press Ctrl C. We are on different networks, so simply ping this guy. We should be able to ping this guy from this particular machine. So ping, which means that we have connectivity. So you see guys, we are able to ping the other guy from this machine. That is it guys. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.